Hello, good people. How are you all doing today? I am just here in my closet, my walk-in closet, and thinking and just being so embarrassed by the fact that I have a closet full of clothes, but I also have an Amazon cart with clothes. I have Shein full of clothes. I have um, the TikTok shop and so many other websites that I use, and they're all full of clothes. So I'm just here wondering, thinking to myself, how many people are like me? Like, oh, you know, I looked at the story of Pope Francis, and they were saying that um, he his possessions, all his possessions would fit in one suitcase. Yeah. Yet I have a closet full of clothes and I'm still buying. I've given out so many clothes, but I have also been just buying and buying and buying. And it just got me thinking, honestly, after, going through um, the life of Pope Francis and how he had so much money, but this guy was a minimalist. Like, he would make so much money. I mean, he's the Pope. He was the Pope. Like, he would make a lot of money, but give almost all of it away. He lived in his room. I don't know if you guys saw it. So his room, he did not want to live where like the Pope is supposed to live. He went and chose a more humble and simple room with just a bed, and it was just like a studio. He had the option to like get people to like wait on him, but he chose not to. He would cook his own food and make his own bed, drive himself if possible. That's how simple this guy was. Like, honestly, the lessons we can get from the late Pope are so much. Hi, welcome. I'm just reflecting on the late Pope and how simple his life was, and reflecting on how our life is, or even just from me, for example. I have a closet full of clothes. This guy had just, the clothes he had were like able to fill one suitcase. So I'm just thinking to myself, Gladys, how do I have a full closet of clothes and all my carts are full of clothes, online shopping? I'm still buying. I just came from the store the other day and bought like 2, 3 more stuff. My closet is full. Like if I look at, I like to like, put them according to color and according to type. If I'm looking at like black stuff, I have more than 20 pieces of just tops, not counting sweaters, not counting dresses. Like if I'm to put my black, pants and shirts and dresses, I have over 50 pieces for one person. Like honestly, we really are living in a consumerism society. Is it that they have perfected the art of playing with our psychology, where when I now scroll even on YouTube and I'm being advertised stuff, not of course, even like Facebook, that has been happening in Facebook, where you scroll and a pop-up comes up from hi, welcome. Hello, wife, our children. Our children are good. you know is it that we are living in this consumerism society, and we know where you just scroll and you know you're reminded about your cart in Amazon. You're reminded about your Shein order that you get an email telling you, oh, it's about to sell out. And then you come back to the app, and then maybe you wake up at night and you see something, and then you're buying. These people are playing with our psychology, honestly. I pass by stores and I see final sale. Final sale. These people, guys, am I ready for another child? I'm ready. Are you ready? Foxhound. Foxhound is telling me, am I ready for another child? I'm ready. Are you ready? Hmm? Good people, honestly. Like, are we living in a society where we are being, I think, and I have seen, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a documentary on Netflix about how Amazon, how they do it on Amazon, how they pretty much employed people to, like, really like play with our psychology. And the algorithm would be where they make it colorful. They, like, make everything like and you see how the site is so clickable and friendly use. And when you just look at something and then you find yourself, you're sitting on the app for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, you're still there shopping, you know? It is all psychology. Huh? And, when you look at how long time, if you compare long time to now, honestly, guys, like, I don't know. I keep looking and I'm like, how is it possible that I have a closet full of clothes? I'm buying more stuff, and then once I buy it and put it in my closet, it will just be sitting there. I can tell you, like, I have clothes I have not put on. I have clothes that are still in the label, waiting for that day. You know how, like, now people are big on dress codes, and you have clothes, but maybe you're being told, oh, we need a, maybe I have a yellow outfit, but they say, oh, it needs to be mustard. So I go buy the mustard outfit. And then it still sits there. In such situations, it's even better. But in situations where we are just buying and buying and buying, and honestly, I'm just looking at my closet, I'm like, goodness, how is this possible? How is this possible? Guys, am I the only one? Are you experiencing the same thing? Where, like, you just buy stuff and you have a closet full of clothes? I have like over 10, 15 pairs of jeans, almost all the same color. They're just blue, maybe dark blue, but most like light blue, almost like 10 pairs. Guys, honestly, with just thinking about how simple the late pop was, I am embarrassed. I don't have that money to play around with. So why is it that we are allowing ourselves to be in this consumerism society where you're always buying something, always buying? You know how you would see that, oh, let me buy it because it's on sale, it's cheap, you know? Or maybe the better question I need to ask is, what is it we need to unlearn? How do we unlearn now, from I've seen friends who have like uninstalled their online apps because you just find yourself there at night when maybe you can't sleep or you've woken up, or you see an email come in and then it probes you back to the app, and then before you know it, you're buying stuff that you really don't need. I know I'm not the only one. Like, I know I am not the only one. I could not be the only one. But just looking at my closet, I'm like so embarrassed because it is full. And these are clothes for one person. I can count like I have over 50 pieces of t-shirts. And some I haven't even put them on in a year or so. I still put on the same things. Like I know, you know how you can know is when you do your laundry and then you put your clothes back to the closet, you find yourself going back to pick again the same clothes that you washed the previous time you did your laundry. Meaning, the ones that have been sitting down there will still be sitting because for some reason you have it there, you can see it. I can see everything in my closet, but I still just pick those pieces that I'm always putting them on. So, I don't know, like it's, guys, this is like, this is so embarrassing. Oh, I speak English very well. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm honestly so embarrassed and I'm just wondering like how do my question I think I and maybe I should even put it on the title. How do we unlearn or how do we stop all this buying? Maybe that's a better question. How do we get out of this consumerism? How do we get out of this, habit of just buying stuff just because they're cheap or just because they're accessible to us? Because we don't need all this stuff. I don't need all these clothes. I only need just enough for me. And I remember when I was in college, I took a class called I think it was what was it called? Was it like professional? I don't remember what it was called. But part of that class, we were being taught how to, it was a formal, like just, formality and all that. And because I did consumer science, and it was teaching us how to, I think an assignment was how to turn, was it, I think it was two dresses, four dress up shirts, and then two pairs of solid, was it like one I think was a skirt suit and one was a pantsuit. And we were supposed to make, was it 64 different, no, I think it was 30 something. Yeah, actually it was 60 something different looks. So it's not that I don't know, and it's not that we haven't seen, how you can break up, your pantsuit and put on the top with a different skirt, put on the skirt with a different top, put on a different top into like solid, your solid pants or solid skirt suit or solid. So it's not that we don't know how to multi-dress ourselves with different, because if you have a black pantsuit and maybe white, and then you can play around with those two and have different blouses, and you have different looks for the week. So it's not that I don't know that, but tell me why I have a closet full of clothes. It is so embarrassing, honestly. And I think, I don't know how. My question is, how do we get out of this consumerism society where we can be content with what we have? Huh? Like, how can we be content with what we have? Is a question I'm asking here. Hello, hello, hello. That's just my question. Because honestly, good people, I'm embarrassed, for lack of a better term. I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed of how I'm still buying clothes. Like, what are your suggestions? Please comment down below what your suggestions are. How do we get out of this consumerism society is my question. How do we make it where we are able to just be content with what we have? Because at the end of the day, I feel like the sellers will keep selling and make it attractive to us, but we need to now unlearn and be okay with even putting on, repeating outfits. I have formal dresses, and you see, that's the other thing. Like, if you look at formal dresses, I have formal dresses that I have put on one time. And I don't know why I feel like I don't want to put on that formal dress again. I'm not a celebrity. But for some reason, nobody has said that it's not okay to repeat formal clothes. But tell me why I don't feel the need to repeat my formal clothes in a different occasion. You know, there's nothing wrong with repeating those clothes. But for some reason, it's just this consumerism society we are living in that is making us feel like you always need to buy something. You need to buy something new. You need to buy something new all the time. We are not, like I said, we are not upscaling. I have an ability to, like, upscale stuff, but I'm not. And honestly, oh my gosh. Yeah. I need to. Am I the only one though? Do you experience that? Do you experience um s- um do you experience buying stuff, buying more clothes than you need? Because I don't think it's only a woman thing. I think even men go through that, where you look at the number of a certain color shirts you have and you find that you have the same shirt in different colors, or the same color. Maybe like if it's white shirts, you have like 5, 6 white shirts, but you can only put on one at a time. You have 4 black suits. You have brown suits. You have multiple color pants. You have over 10 pair of jeans. Hey guys, honestly, I'm just, hey, yeah, this is, and like when I was even just thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? These clothes are not biodegradable. Meaning, even if I'm to put them in the dumpster and you know, they put them in somewhere, like they will never degrade. So are we also like not helping our environment? Because we keep on buying clothes, and even if you say you're donating, I saw a documentary where it was somewhere in Africa full of clothes because they were just dumping clothes. Like people don't even want people cannot even use them. You know? Over time, honestly, we are going to be exhausting our universe with too much. Too much. Um, when you think of dump sites, we're not even thinking that clothes are also part of the contributing into that dump site. We're just thinking, for me, I think of paper bags or like, plastics or like cans, metal cans, but also clothes are part and parcel of the problem. Goodness, this is just so embarrassing. Like, anyway, I plan to do better and to just completely, reduce completely, even if the price would be so good. I don't need it. I don't need it. That's all I need to just keep telling myself. I do not need it. I don't need it. And if you feel the same way, let me know. What is it you're doing to reduce the amount of clothes or the amount of things you're buying that you really don't need. Yeah, because, yeah. And clothes are now staying longer because of how we are taking care of them, with washing them properly, having no stains, having nothing. Like, we don't need that many clothes, honestly. So let me know, please. Comment down below and let me know. Are you having, are you feeling like we are in a consumerism society where like these guys are playing psychology on us to keep on purchasing stuff, where you become attracted to buying than you really don't need? You just keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. You really don't need it, but we just keep buying. I don't think I'm the only one experiencing that. So anyway, please like the video. Thank you for watching. And if you just came in, you can start from the beginning. And yeah, guys, let's just, like, if there's one lesson I really took from the late Pope Francis, is his minimalism. Being minimalistic and just being content with the little we have. I don't need 50 pairs of t-shirts. I only need 2 or 3 that I can use on repeat, and there's nothing wrong with that. That I can put on clothes that are comfortable, and you know, I don't need I don't need a closet full of clothes and I'm still buying. I don't need that. I don't need that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we'll come and cook. I owe you a few recipes. So that's all from me right now. Please like the video and comment down below and tell me, what is it you're doing? The question is, what is it that you're doing to avoid, all this consumerism, all this buying unnecessarily? Because clearly they are playing games on our mind. We don't need all these things. And being okay with the little we have and not buying unnecessarily. Yeah. Alrighty. Until the next one, thank you for watching, good people. And yeah, see you here back soon, okay? Ciao. Bye.